Hello and welcome to the box seat. Scott Embry back with you. Thanks to Britt Taylor for covering last week. We're previewing racing on Wednesday, the 9th of December out of Ascot. Rail at 10, track a good 4, weather in the mid-30s. It's going to be warm, it's going to be perfect conditions for racing. Race number 1 is the Crown Towers Handicap. This is for 3-year-olds. We're going to watch the very impressive last start win of Sun Sun.
Into the home straight by the 350. Sun a length and a half. Pike goes to work on Sentimental Hero, cutting right back towards the inside. Goes to Walks and Nobel Lawrence is only a length and a half away, trying valiantly, but they still haven't got the Sun, the favourite. It looked gone. Sun giving mightily in front. Sun's going to do it all of the way. Sun was too good, getting second.
Well, that was only a 5-horse field at Bunbury, but once Sun found the front, it was all over from there. He never looked like getting run down. Now, Austin Gallardi takes over for his first ride. He's yet to ride a winner at Ascot, so fingers crossed for him that this can be his lucky day. But with the likely short price about Sun, I had to bet around him in this. And in fact, I'm going to make this almost my best bet on the card, and that's number 2 here in No Surrender. Led them up last start, looked the winner turning for home, but just paddled late. I think if you watch that race in replay alongside the entire meeting, it simply wasn't the place to be, leading and then sitting in that early sort of 2 or 3 horses off the fence part of the track. With the rail at 10 metres on Wednesday, I'm expecting it to be hard and fast up against the rail, the place to be. So No Surrender, lead all the way in race number 1. So it's number 2 on top for me. 3, Captain Burglar, he'll sit leaders back and no doubt give a sight. Number 5, Go Bella, who did run down No Surrender last start, does have to concede him 2 extra kilos. Number 1, Sun. Obviously, if Austin Gallardi rode his first winner, good luck to him, but at the prices, I'm going to have to bet around. Numbers in race 1, 2, 3, 5 and 1. Race number 2 at Ascot, the James Squires Maiden. We're going to go to the Belmont Trials and watch Will Chino.
Chris Parnham and Will Chino back on the inside. Yours truly being shoved along. Domineer trying to get out after this leader. Further back, Right to Remain Silent and Nick around town. But in front, it's still Will Chino out after a Domineer. Will Chino and Domineer. These two will fight it out. Will Chino not under too much pressure, holding on from Domineer, who's going to dive late. Will Chino just holding on from Domineer, and Will Chino wins from Domineer.
This now mare of Danny Morton's resumes here. Hasn't been seen for over 400 days. Have to wind the clock all the way back to September of 2019 for the last time that we saw her at the races. She's also got the bars on. It's a lot of red flags early as you're previewing, but you have watched that replay over and over again, that trial. It was oh so impressive. It was effortless in the end. And the horse that ran second in Domineer, an emphatic first up victor from back in the field in a really good style. So I think here that can hold up as a form reference race, as a trial form reference if you will. And if Will Chino gets out evenly here, I think she can slide across and find the breeze. From there, very hard to run down. So even though there's a few negatives there, I'm siding with Chris Parnham and Danny Morton to get the job done in race number 2 with number 9, Will Chino. Number 3, Choice Bid. Hard and fast this horse goes. I think if Brad Parnham takes him to the front, he will be hard to run down. Number 8, Heels Aplenty. Very impressive late last start behind Shock Result, but I am a bit of a query on just how strong that form is. Number 13, Next Best, and that's Purple Pearl. Now this is a horse that hasn't had a trial, returns for Warwick Bradshaw, does have some pretty handy 2-year-old form lines. I'm going to tiptoe all around the full sister to State Solicitor here, and my numbers in race 2, 9, 3, 8 and 13. Race number 3 at Ascot, the Tab Touch Better Your Bet handicap at 1,400 metres. Very impressive last start maiden win, albeit at the Provincials. This is Do Wah Diddy.
By War Plan, Harrison Jack is next to last, and the tail end to take another look. 350 left to go. Granita Girl with a kick. Races a length and a half to Port Beach as he goes to work on Do Wah Diddy, coming right down the middle of the track, along with Keep It Hush, Ocean Candy and Sun Chasin', both getting home well near the rail. At the 100, Do Wah Diddy just in front of Port Beach, close to home. He's lifting Do Wah Diddy. Do Wah Diddy cracks it today, wins it.
Well, it took 9 outings, but finally Do Wah Diddy found a weak maiden and broke through. Had been knocking on the door at Ascot for a long time, and Belmont Park before that. Mitch Pateman, last start, was backed into $1.50 aboard Do Wah Diddy. Didn't let the punters down, but again, was only a fair win, I thought. I'm going to go with Simon Miller's filly here resuming, and that's Ginger Flyer. Had really good form as a 3-year-old filly. She's now a 4-year-old mare. She should find the front here. It's a really good use of Bo Edwards' 3-kilo claim, and if it is as on speed as I'm predicting on Wednesday, Ginger Flyer should be very hard to run down with form lines alongside the likes of Chantria. Number 5 in Duwa Diddy next best. From 2 in Interstate. Not a lot I didn't think between these two horses, but I did have the pair of them a cog behind Ginger Flyer. Number 4 next best, and that's OXBRIDGE. Brings alternate form references from the Great Southern. Peter Hall, when he goes on, they're generally going to go well. My numbers in race number 3, 1, 5, 2 and 4. Race number 4 at Ascot, the Western Race Picks Handicap, and this is over 1,600 metres. Now there's 2 horses here in replay. Up along the inside, it's Western Rhythm running 6th, but it's also in Steve Wolf's colours, Mood Goddess running 4th.
Fusion pounces upon them though. Wild Fusion hits the front. In pursuit, Glamour Pack behind those, followed by Mood Goddess. At the 200, Wild Fusion headed by Glamour Pack. Down the outside, here's Malarab starting to run on. Glamour Pack is the leader past the 100 from Wild Fusion, Mood Goddess and Malarab. Glamour Pack kept going though, and Glamour Pack lifted home, beat Wild Fusion.
Well, these 2 horses have been in the same 2 form references their last couple. A West Speed Platinum Series Heat, and then the West Speed Platinum Series Final that was taken out there in replay by Glamour Pact. I think those have to be the form references here, coming back to a midweeker. Tossed up between the 2, but in the end, as it normally does, the power and strength of William Pike gets me. The one and only victory for Western Rhythm was with Pike in the saddle, draws an inside gate, and while I am predicting a fairly heavily on-speed day, as long as Willie Pike's within 2 or 3 lengths of these leaders turning for home, then this mare does have very good firepower late. Putting her on top, number 5, Western Rhythm. Clearly, Mood Goddess comes from the same form references. In fact, I'm only going to take the 2 of them in the first leg of the quaddie. I think Steve Wolf's got this mare going well, and she's capable of winning clearly better races than this. Number 3, My Fair Valentine, hasn't been seen for nearly 40 days, was nominated, accepted and scratched, which is always a bit of a concern, but I love the booking of Mitchell Pateman on this horse. Number 4, Man of the Hour, if Carleen Heffel finds the front, then he can run a cheeky race at a price. My numbers in race 4, 5, 2, 3 and 4. Race number 5 at Ascot, the Amelia Park Handicap, and we're going to watch the replay of a very impressive debutante in Gunmetal Grey.
Can't catch. This is a straighten up. Misaligned is looking for the way through. Bazel's got the lead. 64 Streets on the inside. Payora Lad. Gunmetal Grey. And down the outside is Misaligned. It's Gunmetal Grey racing to Bazel. Misaligned is down the outside, but Gunmetal Grey's burst clear. 64 Streets starting to work home with Misaligned, but Gunmetal Grey's won it. Gunmetal Grey.
Ross Price looks like he's got his hands on a pretty nice horse here in Gunmetal Grey. He also races the stablemate in this field, and that's old Mick. I think they're both top 4 chances here. Didn't quite know how to go in this race. It looks like it should be probably close enough to each way the field. And so for that reason, I'm going to go with a horse who should settle midfield, was awesome at the trials and even better first up. And that's Graham Yule's horse here in Fair Justice. Paddy Carberry takes the riding duties. Graham's daughter Kira is suspended. I think here Paddy's the right kind of person for this horse because it is quite push button. When he says go, Fair Justice has got a short, sharp sprint of about 200, 250 metres that's probably better than most of the rivals here. So provided he's within striking distance turning for home, I think Fair Justice can give us a run for our money each way. Number 4 on top. 5, Newhad. Well, this filly's starting to burn a few punters here. Was backed into around $1.60 last start. Very disappointing when didn't fire a shot. Number 9, Gunmetal Grey, an impressive first up winner, and the trial suggests that she's got above average ability. And the stablemate Old Mick, an improver, with his old mate Paul Harvey returning. My numbers in race number 5, 4, 5, 9 and 6. Race number 6 at Ascot, all flags, signs and banners handicap, over 1,800 metres. How can you not be impressed with the way that Secret Pearl's going at the moment? Here's a replay of her winning yet another race.
And Pink and Purple to the outside with Sentimental Queen. Aragain hit the front from Bow Count when they'd levelled off. 200 left to gallop. Led by 2 lengths, Pink and Purple down the outside. Secret Pearl coming in the middle. Aragain joined by Secret Pearl. Pink and Purple and Secret Pearl. They'll split it. Give it to Secret Pearl. Secret Pearl.
Ricky Moss has got this mare going absolutely gangbusters at the moment. She's won 2 on the bounce. She's been ridden to perfection by Jason Brown. She comes back to 1,800 metres, draws a little bit more awkwardly here. Not quite sure what to do with her. I pushed her down the order just a little bit, but I'm still full of respect for her and the way she's going. I've been tracking a horse at the Provincials called Cable Guy. Mitch Pateman takes over from the suspended Kira Yule. It's a bit of a common theme in the meeting. I think here, with a little bit more aggression out of the machine, Cable Guy can take up a nice position in this. Forget the last start run, he was in a different postcode to those horses that finished in the money. His previous two, both very eye-catching, and we should get almost double figures here in terms of a market price. So it's 5 on top as a throw at the stumps for me in Cable Guy. 1 Bella's Idol. If Summer Dixon backs this horse up off 4 days from last Saturday, it's really good placement and use of the 3 kilo claimer. Number 10, Hyperspace, who's been going around quite well without troubling the scorers, but from gate number 1 with Lucy Warwick on does no work. And then how could we leave Secret Pearl out of the first 4? She's simply going way too well. My numbers in race number 6, 5, 1, 10 and 4. Race number 7 at Ascot is the Morley Market Growers Handicap, a Class 1 over the Flying 1000. Very impressed with the first up win of Shapeshifter. Here she is, running them into the ground.
Up in behind them. Further back is She's a Boo to Miss No Bell. Shapeshifter on the outside. The leader by a length and a half on You Had, now being called upon here, but Shapeshifter's going better than it. 200 left to go. Shapeshifter clear from You Had, flat to the floorboards. So's Miss No Bell. Janora's battling away back on the inside with 100 left to go. Shapeshifter kept going by Heffel, and the former Victorian apprentice is going to punch home a first Aussie winner. Gets the money on Shape.
Carleen Heffel took Shapeshifter straight to the front, and that's the last they saw of her. You'd think with the senior rider going on, the tactics are going to be pretty similar, but there is an abundance of speed in this field. I'm going to go for a horse who's drawn horribly, and that's Blazing Billy. But that last start run as a 3-year-old, that's Resort Man form, that's Captain Kink form, it's Platinum Bullet form. It has to be too good for these, provided that Alan Kennedy can give Blazing Billy some sort of chance from what is a horror gate. They may well scratch, you just never know because they are drawn wide. But if Blazing Billy goes around, I think he's clearly the horse to beat here, and a massive upside. Follow Blazing Billy wherever he goes. Number 6, Like a Jaguar, very good last start. What was against the pattern as well. Got well out of his ground, attacked the line with gusto, and his first up effort was excellent as well. Number 7, Shapeshifter. If it is on pace, this mare's going to be right up on top of the speed, and was very good last start, albeit in lesser grade. Number 14, Next Best, and that's Melody's Secret. Given a freshen up by Jimmy Taylor, his stable going well. Jason Brown drawn an inside gate. You know you're going to get the run of the race. My numbers in race 7, 1, 6, 7 and 14. Rolling straight into best bets on a 7-race program out of Wednesday at Ascot. And I'm going straight to the top of the program. Race 1, number 2, No Surrender to lead all the way. And race 2, number 9, Will Chino to sit in the breeze and win. Those are my best bets. That's the program out of Ascot on Wednesday. Make sure you follow Perth Racing on all the social media. We're now counting down to the Perth Cup.